woke up this morning and I prayed to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life. Yahawashi. Blessed be Yahawah. Blessed be Yahawah.
Shalom, shalom. Call like Bahasham, Bahasham like Yahawashi. We back with another Monday. A Monday lesson through spirit. So we'll get right into it. Let's get the foundational precept. 1 Peter 4:11. Hopefully, Sisters Week is starting off well through the spirit. Lord willing, sisters are feeling good through the spirit. And I pray that, like Paul said, my heart desire only prayers that Israel may be saved. So I pray that we continue to endure so Most High Lord can make it out of here. 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahawah. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahawah giveth, that Yahawah in all things may be glorified through Yahawashi HaMashiach, to whom be praised in the million, forever and ever. Amen. So we want to speak. We want to speak the oracles of the Most High, Yahawashi HaMashiach. And everything we do and say, we want to glorify Yahawashi HaMashiach because it is only of the ability which the Most High gives us that we're able to do anything. We want to speak it of our own belly, but speak and do those things that are pleasing in the sight of the Most High. And then Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. So I'm on here to provoke my sisters unto love, to provoke y'all into good works, to provoke all of us. I'm pretty sure I saw the title, to grind more. So shalom, y'all thumping up in the chat, ain't I? Shalom, y'all, our person Most High, shalom, shalom. But yeah, this we're gonna be going into today, the grind. We ain't grinding enough. And as I speak to y'all, I speak to myself, As I speak to y'all, I speak to myself. I am talking to myself as well. Barakatah, sis, barakatah. So let's get into it. So I want to get this first precept. And this was inspired through the spirit because, it just was. I need it. We all need it. So 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So this is beautiful because I love when the Most High, how when the Most High, he talks to us and he gives us that constant confirmation that's he's speaking to us. That constant confirmation you get from the Most High when he's speaking to you about something. Or, even for me, when he's putting a topic on my spirit to do. Someone in the world told us that we weren't grinding enough, and they're coming from a worldly perspective, trying to increase in riches in this world. And of course, there's nothing wrong with, per se, having a decent life here in captivity and, trying to, have a foundation and whatnot. But we know what's coming to this place. So we don't put our hope and our trust and our faith in America. We put our hope, faith, and trust in Yahawashi and these laws and commandments and his kingdom to come, most high willing. And so translate that into the truth. Us in this truth, we ain't grinding enough. We have to grind more. We have to grind harder. Because why do people in the world grind? Well, they grind because they want to make a better life for themselves. They grind because they want to have something for their kids and their kids. They want to have generational wealth. And none of these things are wrong, right, and righteousness. But they do it, to have all of this and have all of that. But, we do it because we're trying to make a better life for ourselves as well. We're trying to get that better life, which is the kingdom of heaven, most high willing. So we got to grind, man. We got to grind. We got to go harder for Yahawashi to get that better life, to get that everlasting life, to get that eternal rest, most high willing. So we ain't grinding enough. We need to grind more. And I was reading Exodus this morning, and I'm trying not to go on a little tangent here, but I was reading Exodus this morning, and we the Most High, gave Moses the instructions on how the tabernacle needed to be made, and the scripture said that the Most High he chose able men to do it. And so we had to bring some offerings to the Most High as gifts to let's just go to it, to help the tabernacle being to be made. And so it was so many gifts and offerings that Moses had to tell us to stop bringing stuff. Like, it was an abundance, right? So let's read Exodus 36:1. Then wrought Bezalel and I'm sorry, I'm trying to see if my daughter used the bathroom. Oliab and every wise-hearted man in whom the Lord put wisdom and understanding to know how to work all manner of work for the service of the sanctuary, according to all that the Lord had commanded. And Moses called Bezalel and Eliab and every wise-hearted man whose heart the Lord had put wisdom, even everyone whose heart stirred up him to come unto the work to do it. And they received of Moses all the offering which the children of Israel had brought for the work of the service of the sanctuary to make it without, and they brought yet unto him free offerings every morning. And all the wise men they wrought all the work of the sanctuary that wrought all the work of the sanctuary came every man from his works which they made, and they spake unto Moses, saying, the people bring much more than enough for the service of the work which the Lord commanded to make. And Moses gave commandment, and they caused it to be proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, let neither man nor woman make any more work for the offering of the sanctuary. So the people were restrained from bringing, for the stuff they had was sufficient for all the work to make it, and too much. So basically, Moses, like I just said, Moses told us to stop making stuff because it was so much. It was abundance. Um, it was too much, and he told them to stop making stuff. And in a sense, that's so beautiful, because we want to move in that same spirit when it comes to our offerings and our works to the Most High. Because them having those offerings and those gifts, that could be a part of their works unto the Most High, right? And we want to have an abundance of works to the Most High, like 1 Corinthians 15:58 says. We want to always abound in the work of the Lord. We want to always continue to increase. We want to always see how we can be better, because people in the world, they don't rest. They don't rest. They don't rest. They're always trying to increase because they want to increase in this world. And again, there's nothing wrong with, and I'm not gonna keep saying it because I've already said it before, but there's nothing wrong with trying to, because some of our forefathers were rich, right? So there's nothing wrong with trying to have a decent life and a career for yourself in righteousness, but put our like we don't put our trust in that. I'm gonna just say that we don't put our trust in that, but we want to have an abundance of works to the Most High. We don't want to ever feel like we've done enough. We want to always see how we can go harder, how can we be better. So that requires self-examination. It requires self-examination to see how can I be better. What more do I need to do? How can I, help the ministry? What talents do I have that I could use, to make a business out of, to help the nation of Israel? Okay, what free things can I do for the nation of Israel? What can we do to magnify Yahawashi, to help his ministry, to help build up his ministry? What can we do to be better servants? What can we do to make the call of our election sure? What can we do to work at our own salvation with tremble and fear? What can we do? These are things we have to ask ourselves. 2 Corinthians 13:5, examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith, prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahawashi is in you, except you be reprobate. So we know ourselves, so we have to examine ourselves, whether we be in the faith, whether we're going hard enough. Examine yourself whether you're going hard enough. Examine yourself if you're giving this truth your all. Examine yourself if you're giving your best foot forward every day. Examine yourself if you're spending too much time and things in the world. Examine yourself if you're going astray, if you're slacking. Examine yourself. So we have to examine ourselves and see, how can we grind more in this truth? How can we go harder in this truth? How can we be on fire in this truth? How can we have that everlasting burning fire zeal in this walk? So let's go to Colossians 3. Briella's doing so good. Our person Most High. That's the spirit. Because y'all, she's giving run for my money earlier. Motherhood be knocking me sometimes. Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahawashi, giving thanks to Yahawah and the Father by him. And whatsoever you do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. So let's get that. Let's see what this means. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. And actually, this is in another translation. That's a mighty verse. Hold on. 3:23. Okay. So let's get heartily definition. Hold on. Dang, I cleared my search effort. Okay. Heartily, in a hearty manner. Synonyms: wholeheartedly, deeply, genuinely, unfeignedly, cordially, warmly, sincerely. Okay. And then in NIV it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart is working for the Lord, not for human masters. So we have to give this truth our all. We have to give it our best foot forward all the time, no matter what. So I'm gonna just read a few verses on diligence, and then we're gonna go into. I wanted to make this video like a resolution, right? Okay, we get on here, we talk about what we need to do better. We have the precepts, of course, which are beautiful, our person most high. Okay, but let's look at some other ways on, how we can set those goals and how we can make sure we're being more diligent. How we can have that grind in this truth. So of course, gonna use this word, not abuse it. Looked up the Chat GPT and get some tips for us, right? So, let's go to Ecclesiastes 9 and 10, and then we'll get into these ways on how to stay diligent, like some tips. All right, Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might, for there is no work nor knowledge, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So whatever we find our hand to do, we have to do it with all our might. We have to give it our best foot forward and be diligent. We have to be diligent with everything we do. All right, let's go to Proverbs 14 and 23. In all labor there's profit, but the talks of the lips tendeth only to penury. In all labor there's profit. All praises to the Most High, Bahasham. All right, let's go to Hebrews 6 and 10. So you know how sometimes we keep saying, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. Don't just do it like Nike. Don't keep talking about it. Put your brick in and just do it. Plow. Okay. Hebrews 6 and 10 through 12. Yep, you can go there, Daddy. Hebrews 6 and 10 through 12. For Yahawah is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. So we want to be diligent to the very end, man. We want to be diligent to the very end, and we don't be slothful. Most High willing, we don't want to be slothful. So let's see what it means to be diligent. Diligent. Okay, now, because it said that you be not slothful. So obviously, being diligent and slothful don't mix. Diligent means having or sharing care and consciousness in one's work or duties. See more. The opposite is lazy, casual. Synonyms: hard-working. So we want to be hardworking. The opposite of being diligent is being lazy. That's why the scripture said that you be not slothful. All right, so let's go to, and the Most High, he's not unrighteous to forget our work and labor, right? The Most High, he sees us, and I know sometimes things can be repetitive and it feels like, we're doing the same thing over and over and we're in the same season, but you got to continue to have good works. Be not weary in well doing, don't be weary in well doing. We have to continue to press forward, because in this captivity, man, and that's why it's important that we continue to exhort one another, because in this captivity, it gets weary. In this captivity, we're in the flesh, man. Our flesh starts to weigh us down. We start to get tired. We might be dealing with ailments, sickness, infirmities. Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. All right. So Galatians 6 and 9. But being in this flesh, It wears us down. We might be tired dealing with elements, dealing with sickness, and there's a lot of things in this flesh, and we get tired sometimes. And sometimes in this flesh, and just being in this captivity, we don't feel like doing nothing. We don't feel like doing nothing, and it's okay to rest sometimes. It's okay to take a break sometimes, but being in this flesh, it weighs us down. It weighs us down. It really does. That's why we got it. But that's the whole point. That's why we must continue to endure. That's why, so we can get up out of these wretched bodies, these wicked wretched bodies, and we can get in new bodies and eternal life, most high willing. So, and let us not be weary and well doing, for induces we shall reap if we faint not. That's why we got to exhort one another and encourage one another to continue to endure and keep pressing toward the mark, because the Most High is not unrighteous to forget our labor. He sees you. He sees you when you're tired. He sees you trying to your best to fight these demons. The Most High sees us, and although we're not getting that reward right now, Most High willing, we will be. In due season, we will reap if we faint not. So we can't faint. We have to continue to be diligent and press toward the mark and endure, even if it, doesn't feel like it's being seen right now per se. So let's go to Hebrews 10 and 35. Hebrews 10 and 35. And we're gonna have days where we're not on fire. It might be a season where you battling trying to be on fire, battling slothfulness. We all battle that at times. I definitely do. We all are not the best we can. But if we didn't go through anything, we wouldn't need the Most High. We need the Most High because He's our strength. We need to pray and fast for the Most High to help us in the spiritual to cast these demons down. We need the Most High so we can lean on Him for Him to help us get through these things we're going through. So it's always going to be something, but that's why we got to continue to endure. So Most High willing, when we get that kingdom, Most High willing, so when we get the kingdom, we won't have to worry about this stuff no more. This is Hebrews 10 and 35. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath a great recompense of reward. For you have need of patience, that after you have done the will of God, you might receive the promise. So we got to continue to do the will of the Most High Yahawashi, so we might receive the promise. And what is doing His will? Keeping the commandments and giving our best foot forward with it. So let's go to it, man. Let's get into it. Okay. All right. Chat GBT. GBT, I said GBT. Chat GPT. All right. What does it mean to grind? Okay. And y'all, this right here, get some good we're gonna get some precepts with it, get us some good tips in, good edification through the spirit. So all right, what does it mean to grind? We're just gonna focus on work or effort, not the game and dance, none of that. We're not gonna focus on that. So we're gonna just focus on this part. The phrase to grind can have, okay, whatever. Work or effort. We're going to focus on work or effort. It often refers to putting in hard, continuous effort towards achieving a goal. For example, in a work or academic setting, grinding might mean working long hours or studying intensively to reach a particular objective. Mm. And that's what it means to grind. That's what it means to grind. We're trying to put in this hard work now so we can achieve a goal. We're trying to put in this work now so that most high willing we can get the kingdom of heaven. Because people in the world, they putting in, hours, and so they can be CEO or they can get another high rank up in their company, and they're grinding so they can get this new house, and they're grinding so they can get this new car, and they're grinding so they can, whatever wickedness people do, they're grinding to fulfill the lust of their flesh. But we have to grind for our spirit. We have to grind for the Most High Bahasham. We have to grind so we can get this kingdom. We have to grind for our kids so we can train them up and they can follow after our footsteps. When ultimately we're all trying our best to follow after Yahawashi's footsteps, we're grinding for the greater reward. So how do you stay diligent though? How do you stay diligent in this life, in this captivity? Is how do you stay diligent? Because we can have faith, but faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. We have to put the works in, put our money where our mouth is. We can pray that the Most High help us stay on fire. We can pray that the Most High help us be diligent. But what are we doing on our part? So number one, set goals. Set clear goals. Prioritize. Focus on the most important tasks first. Use methods like the Eisenhower matrix to decide what needs immediate attention, and divide larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes the workload feel less overwhelming and allows you to track your progress. So set goals, man. Like, for example, if you know there's stuff you need to get done around the house, or if you know that there's stuff you need to get done, maybe for school, or you have to meet a deadline for work, we set goals for that. So if you want to strive to study 3 times out the week, write goals to get that down. Write those goals. If you want to pray more, write goals to have those goals, to have some prayer alarms, whether it's every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, have those prayer alarms. If you want to have a goal to get back fit, and so we can take care of our temple, take care of your temple, have that goal to work out maybe 3 or 4 times out the week. Write these things down. Write these things down. And it's going to feel good as you start to slowly but surely achieve your goals and check them off, right? And that requires a lot of discipline. That requires a lot of discipline. So, the next one, create a routine. Consistency. Establish a daily routine that includes dedicated time for work or study. Consistency helps build momentum. Create a workspace that minimizes distractions and is conducive to productivity. So, um, definitely heavy on the cutting out distractions, and we're gonna get a little more into that in time management, the next one. But establishing a routine is important. You have to have that consistency. You don't want to just treat every day like you're just winging it. We're not winging it in this truth. You can't we can't grow and accomplish things if we just winging it. We have to have a clear, because goals and a routine help you have like a clear idea of what it is you're trying to do, and that's what's going to help you grow, because for you, like, you have that mindset of, okay, I need to work on this, so I need to do this to help that, you know what I mean? So if you slacking in studying, you have to have that clear mindset of, okay, I'm slacking in my studying, so I need to have a routine. I set goals to study, you know what I mean? So that routine and those goals definitely help. That it helps you have a clear idea and perspective on what it is that you need to work on. Time management. Use time blocks. Work and focus time blocks. The Pomodoro technique, which involves 25 minutes of work followed by a 5-minute break. This helps maintain focus and prevents burnout. Even for smaller tasks, set deadlines to maintain the sense of urgency and keep yourself on track. So let's see what that Pomodoro technique is. All right. They got books on it and everything, y'all. All right, so the Pomodoro, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but the Pomodoro technique is a time management method that involves breaking work into intervals, typically 25 minutes long, separated by short breaks. Here are the steps. Decide the task to be done. Set a 25-minute timer. Work on the task. When the timer rings, take a 5-minute break. Repeat steps 1 to 3 for 3 more work sessions. All right, so hold on. Number one, I do not recommend doing this while you're reading and studying. You should be able to read and study without having to have a phone break. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. You should be able to read and study without having to pick up your phone or text somebody and check social media. Lock in when it comes to these words. Lock in. So we're not doing no Pomodoro technique when we're studying and reading. We're not doing that. When we're reading and studying the words of the Most High, we're not doing that. Put your phone down. You should be able to put your phone down to lock in with the Most High. However, when they may be doing something like doing a homework assignment, like me, I be getting burnt out. Well, not burnt out, but I be like, oh my gosh, I'm so ready for this to be over. But if it's or folding clothes, I doing the laundry is one of my least favorite tasks. All praise the Most High for clothes, but laundry is just not my favorite. So I definitely will try this with laundry, Lord willing. But something I do, okay, so this is something that I've gotten a habit of doing every night. I set a timer for 30 minutes, and I have that timer to clean the kitchen, get the kitchen done, put the kitchen to bed, put the house to bed. Well, 30 minutes is really for the kitchen, and then I go tidy up around the house every night. I've been slacking the past few days, but I'm gonna get back to it, Laura, tonight. But just be real, I'm not perfect. Well, anyways, so that's what I do. I've gotten the habit of setting a timer. So that timer, it actually helps because it helps you get locked in. Like, okay, I'm trying to get this done. No distractions, no distractions. Because you're trying to beat that timer. And then it gets fun because you're trying to beat the timer. There's been times where I beat the timer and I've had maybe 5 minutes left. There's been times where I went past the timer and I was 30 minutes and passed by. I'm still cleaning the kitchen. And it helps you have that uppity work ethic. It makes you, like I said, it helps you make a sense of urgency. Like, okay, I got 5 minutes left. We're moving it. And something that helps me, I also be using timers on the Sabbath, like not on the Sabbath, but on Sabbath prep, prepping for the Sabbath. I be having timers because, child, I'm trying to get things done for sundown. Okay, I'm trying to get things done for sundown. But what I started doing was stop trying to do everything on Fridays because that really stresses me out. It really, really stresses me out. It's only one me, okay? And I cannot get everything done in a day, okay? Because on the weekdays, on before the Sabbath, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those are different because when the sun go down, I can still get stuff done. Whereas Friday, when that sun go down, baby, it's over with. So definitely, I'm trying to starting my prepping on Thursdays, and that actually helps a lot better. But anyways, to stay on topic because I don't want to go on a ransom or like a tangent or rant, whatever. Not a ransom, but this timer thing really, really helps. This timer things help. So um, let's go to stay motivated. Um, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, stay motivated. Okay. Remind yourself of your end goal. Regularly remind yourself of your end goal and why it's important to you. Visualization can reinforce your commitment. Celebrate small wins along the way. Rewards can provide positive reinforcement, keep you motivated. So let's go to Revelation 21:4. They said, regularly remind yourself of the end goal. Maybe we need to tape this on our walls. Maybe we need to have this verse pop up on our phone every day to remind us of the end goal, okay? Revelation 21:2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahawah out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahawah himself shall be with them and be their God. And Yahawah shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. This is the end goal. Isaiah 14:1-3 is the end goal. This is the end goal. Jeremiah 30:31 is the end goal. Most High gathering us and taking us back to our land, Lord willing, is the end goal. Us enduring to the end is the end goal. This new life with streets of gold in the kingdom and no more pain, no more death, no more demons, no more, oh my gosh, no more crying out, no more. I mean, just think about that. Just think about that. I mean, we really can't even think about it. Like, I mean, we could only, like, it's only so much we can really. Let's get this. 2 Corinthians 1 and, no, 1 Corinthians. I always confuse it. I think it's 1 and 2. 2 and, okay. 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which Yahawah has prepared for them that loved him. So I mean, we can't even really wrap our minds around what the kingdom of heaven will be like. But we have the scriptures to help try to paint an idea to a certain extent, because it's like we just don't know until most time when we get there. So that's the end goal, y'all. That's what we have to keep our minds focused on. So when we're starting to feel discouraged or burnt out in this walk, we have to remember our end goal. And we have to remember to keep enduring. We have to continue to remember to put our best foot forward, because the truth is we will be rewarded according to our works. And we can't really just treat this walk as just like it doesn't matter, because we have to all stand before Christ in that day and answer for our works, answer for our behavior, answer for the things we've said, every other word. And the Most High is going to bring everything into light, every secret thing, whether good or bad, as Ecclesiastes say. So Ecclesiastes 12:14. So we can't just really just be winging it in this walk. We have to have goals. We have to keep ourselves motivated. We have to continue to remind ourselves of the end goal. These are things we have to do, implement in our lives, because if we don't, we're going to get weird. We're going to forget why we're innocent. We're going to forget why we need to keep enduring. So we have to remind ourselves of these things, of these words of life. Ecclesiastes 12:14, for God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So the Most High, he's going to bring everything done into light in that day, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So it's important that we do the best we can now, because if we just out here winging it, chilling, and not giving it our best, we're going to have to answer for that. And then that's what our reward is going to be like. That's what our reward is going to be like. Revelation 22:12, we're going to be rewarded according to our works. And we want the kingdom and we want great rewards. So we have to put that work in now. So let's go to, and this also goes into Galatians 6:9, what I pulled earlier about not growing weary and well doing. So let's go to monitor progress. Keep a record of what you've completed. This helps you see how far you've come and can boost your motivation. Regularly evaluate your progress and adjust your approach if necessary. Being flexible allows you to overcome obstacles more effectively. So it says this helps you see how far you've come and can boost your motivation. So this makes me think of Philippians 4 and 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We should all know that. That's the classic. Maybe this is what we need to keep posting on our wall every day. Read it every day. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. These are the things we have to meditate on. These are the things you have to meditate on. We have to remember that through the spirit of Yahawashi, we can do all things. We can do all things. We can overcome anything. We can beat down any demon. That these demons have no dominion over us. These are the things that we have to remember. As long as we got breath in our nostrils, and as long as we are dwelling in with the Most High and His Spirit dwelling within us, that we can do all things through Yahawashi, like Yahawashi. Hold on. Um. So remember that, sisters. We can let that be your motivation. Let that boost your motivation. That with Yahawah Shai, you can overcome anything. You can continue to, get your goals done. You can continue to be diligent because you got the spirit of Yahawah Shai. It really just boils down to fighting that flesh and denying yourself, man. So let's go to 6. Maintain balance. Don't neglect rest and relaxation. Breaks help you recharge and sustain long-term productivity. Ensure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising. A healthy body supports a healthy mind. So I got a few preachers on this. I got a couple. So gotta have that balance, man. You don't want to get burnt out. You gotta have that balance. Take care of yourself in this walk. Your mental health is important. Your physical well being is important. All these things are important. In better yet, we're gonna need a good mental health and good physical health and spiritual health in that day, most high willing. We want to be fit, most high willing. We want to have faith in that day, most high willing. We want to be able to have a sound mind and trying to remember these precepts and call upon the name of the Lord. So we have to start practicing it now with the small things, because this is just light affliction, y'all. This is just light affliction. And we're not going to nearly none what our foremothers and our forefathers are going through. Nothing, and nearly not nothing as Christ was going through. But in that day, those are going to be serious times, a time like no other, as the scriptures say. So we have to start practicing these things now with the small things. So in that day, most high willing, we able to implement them even more. So a false balance and abomination to the Lord, but a just way is His delight. So let's have that balance. Take care of ourselves. Make sure we're getting our proper rest, because that boosts productivity. It prevents burnout. So Sirach 30 and 15. Health and good state of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Death is better than a life of continual sickness. Delicates poured upon. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. So, health and good state of our body are above all gold. So, take care of our temple, because our body is the temple of the Most High Yahweh Shemal Shai. Let's go to Sirach 14 and 14. Judith, she did self-care. She definitely did. We can get that in a minute. Jude 14, not Jude 14, Sirach 14 and 14. Defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire of a past thee. So go out, in righteousness. Have a good time every now and then. Go get a drink. Go play golf. At Top Golf or something like that. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but Top Golf busting. Top Golf. It's expensive though. It's for people that got money. It's like that. Go bowling. Go if you even just want to go thrifting, go shopping. I know people, they like retail therapy. Okay, go shopping or something. Go to the park, go swimming, go sit in nature, maybe have like a little setup and eat you some snacks, go to the lake. Whatever y'all like to do. It's how many people on here? It's 7 of y'all. Whatever y'all like to do, what y'all like to do. Tell me what y'all like to do in the chat. What do y'all like to do? Go do that stuff. You gotta have a balance. Don't be a monk. Don't feel like you can't do nothing. Loosen up a bit, because we need that. And righteousness, of course. Ecclesiastes 5 and 18. Paint, crochet, you ain't got to go out the house necessarily. You maybe could just go out and get fresh air. Whatever y'all like to do. Y'all shy? Okay, that's okay. Okay. Ecclesiastes 5 and 18. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good and common for one to eat and to drink and to enjoy the good of all his labor that he hath taken under the sun all the days of his life, which Yahawah hath given him, for it is his portion. Every man also to whom God hath given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of Yahawah. So, it's good for us to relax and enjoy ourselves in righteousness. Now let's go to Judith. Let's see what Judith did. Because Judith, she Judith. Okay, he's right here. Judith 10, 3, and pulled off the sackcloth which she had on, and put off the garments of widowhood, and washed her body all over with water, and anointed herself with the precious ointment, and braided the hair of her head, and put on a tire upon it, and put on her garments of gladness, wherein she was clad during the life of Manasseh her husband. And she took sandals upon her feet, and put about her bracelets, and her chains, and her rings, and her earrings, and all her ornaments, and she decked herself bravely to lure the eyes of all men that would see her. So we got to remember what Judith was trying to do. She was trying to, get that king and, off him. She was trying to mess him up. She was trying to kill him. So she had to present herself be presentable. It says she did this to allure the eyes of all men that should see her. So she was decked out. She was very beautiful. She took care of herself. It's okay to do self-care. It's okay to smell good and look good. So take care of yourself. Self-care is important, because when you look good, you feel good. Work out releases that it activates that dopamine hormone, and that's like the feel good hormone. Work out, get your blood flowing, you feel good. Literally, I need to start back. That's what I need to do. I need to start back. Okay, perfume shopping. Sometimes you don't have to buy anything. Exactly, be out of nature. Right, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't even got to go out the house. You can do stuff in the house. You even just go outside at the park or get some fresh air. Being in nature. Like I was saying, drawing, coloring, painting. I don't like to use the word picnic, because it really just means pick a nigga. So I don't really like to use that word. So I don't even know another term to put it. So I just say go outside, put a little blanket, and have some food or whatever. But you got to spend no money. Just do stuff in righteousness. We really do need that. That helps us. It's just funny. It's just beautiful also through the spirit. Like all these things are connected scientifically with our body as well. Like these things release these chemicals and get our hormones moving and helping us feel good. And so yeah, our personal time. All right. And last but not least, stay accountable. Accountability partner. Share your goals with someone who can help you keep you accountable. Regular check-ins can keep you on track. Regularly reconnect with your purpose. Understanding the why behind your grind can provide renewed energy when motivation wanes. So, um, staying diligent during the grind is about building habits that support long-term productivity and perseverance. It's a balance between hard work and smart work. We are not just putting in the hours, but also doing so effectively and sustainably. So, that's why it's important to have that balance. It's also important to take care of ourselves, because this captivity is a lot. This walk is hard, and if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Many are called, but few are chosen. And Lord willing, we continue to stay on the straight and narrow path. But this walk is hard, indeed. And I was just talking to the Most High, and I was, and also just being, if I thought about everything in captivity, I thought about all my problems, I'd be miserable. So these words of life, they help us. Doing things that uplift our spirit, they help us. They help us stay sane. They help us stay in good spirits. You know what I mean? Because if we didn't do these things, this walk would just this life, this captivity, this flesh would just weigh us down. Just weigh us down. And like the scripture say in Proverbs, believe a broken spirit, a broken heart, draw off the bones or something like that. You spiritually dead. A merry heart doeth good like medicine, but a broken spirit draw off the bones. So spiritually dead, man. It's okay to be joyous and happy. That's why it's a fruit of the spirit. That's exactly why. So stand accountable. Let's get some precepts. Ecclesiastes 4:9. Two is better than one. Classic. Get some. Y'all know me and Sister Lily did that podcast episode about Do you need a new sister circle? You need to be around sisters that's gonna make sure you stand on top of your stuff. And I'm not saying in a way like, you know, because we want to work willingly. Proverbs 31 women, we want to strive to work willingly. So we shouldn't always have to be told to do something. But it's good to be around sisters that's gonna sharpen your sword. You know, sisters trying to fast, sisters want to read. What y'all been reading lately? You know, do y'all got a prayer request? Have y'all been working out? You need to be around sisters that's gonna ask you questions like that. We need to be around sisters that's gonna tell us, sis, you tripping. You shouldn't do that, sis. Maybe you should try this. You need to be around some sisters that's gonna rebuke you, that's gonna push you to be better, sisters that you can learn from. You shouldn't be around. We shouldn't be around sisters that's gonna tell us everything we want to hear. We should be around people that's gonna tell us what we don't want to hear, but we need to, because that's what's gonna help us be better. You need to be around sisters that's gonna bear your burdens, that's gonna pray for you when you're going through, because two are better than one. Because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for you have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a 3/4 cord is not quickly broken. So, let's go to Proverbs 27:17. Y'all hear Grace's Corner in the back? That's going to be my life nonstop. Grace's Corner and Baby Einstein. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. So iron sharpeneth iron. And it also said, remember your why, because understanding the why behind your goal can provide renewed energy when motivation wanes. So when motivation starts to die off, when you start to lose that motivation, when you start to lose that zeal, you got to remind yourself of the why. This is the why right here. This is the why. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. So this is your why. This is our why, because this is not our rest. And this place is wicked and wretched and going to be destroyed. And we don't want to get caught up in this world. Let's get a few more on why, our why. Why you need to keep enduring. 1 John 2 and 17, and the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. This is our why, because this world is going to pass away, but we don't want to pass with it. This is our why. This is why we keep enduring. This is why we keep being diligent. This is why. And let's get one more. 2 Ezra 7:42. They don't have it in this. I don't know why they don't have it on here. Oh, yes, they do. My bad. Of course they do. It's apocryphal. 7:42. He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. This is our why. This is why we keep going. This is why we stay diligent. This is why we continue to press toward the mark even when we don't feel like it. Because this life is going to perish. This life is going to pass away. This world is going to end. And this present life is not where the glory is, but the life to come, most high willing. So, yeah, people in the world, they have all these goals they're trying to accomplish in the world, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to have try to, and the righteousness with us in the truth, it's okay to, try to make a life out of ourselves. But people in the world, they do it, because they don't think this world is going to end. But we know this world is going to end. People in the world, they're so diligent and motivated, and they don't sleep and things like that because they're trying to get the best life right now. We know this is not the best life for us because this is not our rest. We know that the best life is the one to come. So this is why we keep going. This is why we be diligent. This is why we pray. This is why we fast. This is why we self-examine. This is why we strive to be better. So Lord willing, this is edifying. I will see y'all next Monday, most high willing. If sisters got any specific topics y'all want me to do or any video ideas in general, please let me know. You can let me know right here, or you can just email me, or I'll just post on YouTube and do on my community and do a poll, Lord willing. But I hope this is edifying through the spirit. Call Bahasham Yahawashi. I love y'all so much. All praise to the Most High. And yeah, that's all I have for today, y'all. Lord willing, I'll see y'all next Monday. We gotta stay diligent. We gotta stay diligent. So I guess I'll wait a few minutes to see if anybody put anything in chat. So waiting. But Lord willing, y'all are doing good though. And continue to endure. Okay. Shalom. I love y'all.